Yeah, I thought for the first day on the ice, first day of training camp, the execution was actually pretty high, which normally you expect the execution to be a little bit off, but everybody has come in good shape. Their testing's been good, and yeah, we like what we see so far.
Guys that have stood out in the course of the offseason that were signed to ECHL contracts, thinking Davis Koch, Liam Coughlin, some of the new guys. How have you felt the new guys have been just being here, getting to know their teammates in the first couple days?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's obviously going to be a little bit of a feeling out time, especially for the guys that were in American League camps, guys that we haven't seen before, like the Will Cavalries of the world, the Hunter Lelligs, Stuckers. Those guys, we haven't seen them yet on the ice, and so it's nice to get out there on the ice and get going, and really impressed with just the work ethic on day one.
As you and Joe and Eric devised how this team would be put together, what were some of the things that, as you guys are sitting in the coach's room and looking at the names on the board, that you liked from a team standpoint?
Just that they're hockey players. They're guys that want to be hockey players, and they're here to get to the next level to help us win hockey games. Ultimately that's our goal, and we feel like there's those guys that are out there that really want to be hockey players. This is what they live for, and we feel like we've done a good job bringing those guys in.
You're riding a balance of, obviously there's guys that are starting their first day of camp, some more of the ECHL contracted guys, but then you also have guys that were in NHL camp and in AHL camp and maybe even the rookie showcase beforehand. So how do you balance? There's been guys that have been practicing for almost 3 weeks straight versus there's players that, hey, today, first couple days are their first days.
Yeah, we work that into practice. We design practice, especially when we go into the more 5-on-5 and controlled scrimmage part of the practice, that we're taking that into consideration, that who's been skating for a month and who's really been, at home training. We want those guys to get out and get their feet wet more. So it's definitely a balancing act, but it's something that we really think about when we're putting the practice plan together.
Last couple ones for you. Obviously, with the new ownership, there's been good energy. We've seen a lot of that enacted with the vision with Matt Getz, Heartlanders president. We all acknowledge there's still a lot of work to be done before opening night, but both from a team standpoint and wanting to get things ready and put the best show possible. But what makes you feel good about the way things are heading over the last few months?
Yeah, just exactly what you talked about, the energy. You can just feel the energy coming from the front office. They're working hard to, they've got a vision. They've got a lot of ideas that they're going to try to enact over the course of the year, and now it's time for us to do our part and go out there and put some W's up on the board.